Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 15 of our Pokemon Violet Wonderlocke. I hope you guys are doing well today. This run seems to be going by so quickly. I haven't actually recorded this series, though, I will say, in a little over a week, actually. I kind of bulk recorded a lot and then hadn't actually touched it for a while, but I did go back and watch just the end of the previous episode so I could kind of get a feel for where we were at. Obviously, we did just take down the Team Starbase Mila, the Fire Team Starbase. So next up on our list is technically Atticus, which is another Team Starbase. It's the Poison base. And I'll be honest, I don't feel super good about the Team Starbase, but it's all good. One thing I will mention, as I started this episode, I decided to add Piloswine to the team and actually swap out Trevenant. As much as I really like Trevenant and it's shiny, it's really cool. This adds new typings to the team. It also adds an electric immunity. There's some benefits here that I think are really worth it. Now, one thing we can do, I think, we can learn Ancient Power right away. So this is actually how we evolve Piloswine, is by leveling it up with Ancient Power. So we're actually going to be able to get a Mamoswine, assuming, of course, we can keep it alive. And that's kind of it. That's pretty awesome, actually. So I do want to kind of take a quick peek at the map. Obviously, this is that Team Starbase. We do have this little area opened up to us. We could probably go ahead and get to the passage. We've technically already gotten to the passage, but it's just been, we can kind of make some progress here. We do have this gym against against Larry, the All-Star. We of course have the lake encounter. We've got a lot we can do. I'll be honest though, guys, first and foremost, I kind of think we need to just level up the team. I feel like we're a little bit lackluster on levels at the moment. And so being able to hopefully get some people leveled up here, or some Pokemon leveled up here, and then maybe even evolve them would be so solid for us, especially as we are going into that Team Starbase. And I do think that's kind of just the next step. If we look at levels, the max level that we're going to be up against in that Team Starbase is level 33. And so giving ourselves a little bit more, safety, we'll say, is definitely a good idea. But I think we're just going to kind of head into this area and maybe even take out a base or two, or a raid den or two, and try and just get a few levels on the team. I think that's probably for the best. So let's head into it, guys. I'm really excited because, like I said, it has been a little while since I've recorded this series, so it's really fun to jump back into it. I've been loving the just like getting ahead on recording and feeling really good about where I'm at, and so it's been really fun. It's a lot less stressful towards the end of this year because obviously there's a lot less going on. And so really, guys, at this point, we're just trying to get ahead, get not leveled up, get ready for the end of the year. The holidays are coming up, of course. And in fact, Thanksgiving for us US people is just around the corner. So everybody, I do hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving. I certainly hope you guys have a phenomenal holiday. Hopefully get a little bit of time off. And I know too, I'm recording this prior to election going down and all that stuff. It will have definitely been sorted out by the time this goes down. I wish everybody the safest of elections. I know it feels like maybe there's a lot going on there. And so I'm not going to get into that. I'm not trying to be political about anything. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. But I do certainly wish everybody a safe election day, obviously knowing that it's well past that time now. So we'll see how things shake out. I hope everything goes well. So let's jump into this. Again, I think leveling up the team is just the most important thing right now, guys. We're so close to evolving for a handful of our Pokemon as well, that it just feels like a missed opportunity not to go for it. So I think that's what we're going to try and do here. I don't know how much time I want to dedicate to it, of course, but I definitely want to get some Pokemon leveled up here. So, oh, this is maybe not the best. It's fine. All right, it's fine. Ah, man, I love coffee. All right, a Quillfish. I really like what's the evolved form of Quillfish. Why can I not think of the Overquill? that did so little. Overquill is such a good Pokemon. I swapped out, by the way, because we were confused, and this is also a poison type, but honestly, we may just have to run it back. I just didn't want to hurt ourselves and then get really hung up on a poison type move or something, so I think we're fine, but I just like to be safe. I didn't even look at the level of this thing. It's going for spikes. Spikes, like those kinds of setup moves, are actually hugely beneficial in these games. So there is a world where we spend a little time optimizing movesets and that kind of thing. We can certainly take a peek at some TMs. Thankfully that does nothing. But I think, you know, for now I'm kind of running it as is, but there are quite a few like solid optimizations that we can later on make for our team here. And so I do think that's probably something that I'm going to shoot for. But right now, obviously, we're just trying to get through kind of the basics, I will say. Let's throw you out front. Let's fight you. We also, guys, I mean, so much can happen in this run, I feel like, because we do know for a fact, oh, I should have gone Fire Fang. Doesn't matter. We know, like, we found a full out shiny in this run. We've had a few losses in the run, but overall, this has been one of the smoother runs, despite, I would say, some pretty rough wonder trades. Just in the sense that we haven't gotten a lot of great typings. I think we're just now kind of starting to dig out of that a little bit. But as you guys have seen, you know, it's a little tricky when you get a lot of fire types, as an example. And so it's really nice, honestly, to be able to say we've got kind of a semi-well-rounded team. Obviously, it's not perfect, but that's okay. We're not anticipating perfection here. We are just having a great time. There's a Thunderstone. We've gotten so many Thunderstones now that we lost our Pikachu, and that hurts. All right, let's battle him. So guys, here's my question to you. How is everybody doing? Honestly, I haven't asked you guys enough just how you guys are doing. I know it's a stressful end of the year. This is an election year for the US people. I know for a lot of people, like dealing with the fall sickness and the crud that goes around at this time of year, we've been dealing with it. Thankfully, we've been very fortunate. It's not been too bad for us, but you know, my wife has had just kind of a scratchy throat for a while. I've kind of been feeling under the weather. I've never been like, or I haven't gotten to the point, at least now, where I'm like really sick, but it just feels a little like just run down. I'm recording this on the 4th of November, which means we just had our time change, which if you don't have the time change, I'm so jealous, I'm gonna be honest, but we just had our time change, and you know, we expected that for our daughter in particular, it was gonna be really rough. She's got a little bit of a cold, so I do think it was rough from that perspective, but in general, like, she kind of handled it wonderfully. And so I will say, so far at least, it's been really good. She slept wonderfully last night. She did wake up once, but that's pretty normal. Like, for her to wake up once is not bad at all. But the previous 2 nights have been just a mess, I feel like. She's been really struggling, I think, and so with just like a runny nose, like it's so annoying for her, I know, but she's awesome, obviously, and so we're always, you know, it sucks to have to wake up in the middle of the night, obviously, like nobody wants to do that, but when it's for your child, obviously it's vastly different than when it's just like I'm waking up and I can't help it. So we're fortunate that we have a very good reason and a compelling reason to wake up, but we are trying to, so for any parents out there, we fell into the trap early on that during nap time, we let her sleep on us. So like we'd sit in like a rocking chair or something along those lines and just kind of chill and let her sleep on our lap or whatever. And to be honest, we kind of just let that run for a while now. I mean, she's over a year old. It's probably been too long, but we were just kind of happy to do it. We did start to notice, like, we want to get stuff done, and sometimes you got to use the restroom or something when she's laying on you, and that tends to wake her up. So, like, there's a lot of, like, downside to allowing her to do that. And we were kind of realizing that more and more very recently. And so what we've decided to do is kind of start pushing, like, hey, we are going to lay you down in your crib, even if you are still awake. And if you're crying, it's fine. We're just going to let you cry it out for a minute. And we realized she was amazing. She was so good with it. She literally, the first time we tried it, She cried for, I think, 5 minutes. Probably stayed awake for another 5, where she just kind of, you know, hung out in the crib, wasn't really doing anything, just was like sitting there doing nothing. And then eventually she just fell asleep. And it was amazing. It was astounding. It was like, oh my gosh, we can finally do things now. And, you know, for the longest time, we literally couldn't. And so it was really nice. I'll just be honest. It was really, really good. And so we've really enjoyed that time. It's only been for a few days that we've tried that. It was really just this past weekend that we kind of jumped into that. Again, arguably we should have done it sooner, I'm aware, but she is awesome. She did the same thing with her nighttime routine. Like, it used to be that we'd wait till she fell asleep, we'd have to lay her down, all that stuff. A while ago, and I do mean a while ago, a few months ago, we ended up like breaking that very quickly. We did the same thing, just laid her down awake and let her cry it out. And she was amazing. Now, I do understand everybody has different ways of parenting, so please don't misunderstand me when I say like this is the best thing in the world. It's worked very well for us. It doesn't mean it's perfect for everybody, but in my opinion, it's been really, really helpful. And so we are very thankful for the opportunity to just like let her do her thing. She's fine. She can cry for a few minutes, and then if she really does get upset, obviously we go and get her. But it just makes it way easier for us to be able to like clean the kitchen. Like we cleaned the kitchen while she was asleep, which for us is a huge deal. And I know that sounds really silly, by the way, but it genuinely is a big deal for us. If you have a kid, you probably know how big of a deal that is. All right, I think we're actually going to heal up here. Just to get rid of this para. We're also 12 minutes in. We've made no progress aside from a couple levels, and I love it. This is such a chill day. I'm loving it. I think today is just going to be about getting the team evolved and leveled up. I think that's all I care to do. If we can, of course, get a little bit further along, that's awesome. But I think the focus definitely needs to be on getting the team where they want to be or where they need to be. I'm gonna do this again. They got lucky with the para on Spark, and I don't love that. But this actually really helps out everybody on the good side here. So let's see. Just don't nuzzle. Oh, good. It couldn't move. Fantastic. So we could Tera here, probably. Yeah, let's do it. Excuse me. This might just knock it out. We'll see. Also, guys, the hat, it's back. And the only reason it's back is because my hair is a freaking mess right now. So my wife and I went to I think I talked about it. We shot photos for a wedding. It's her cousin's wedding. So we went to that, and I was definitely planning on getting a haircut before we left. Still haven't done it. And so I got like the spiky hair going on in the back. It looks like bird feathers. I didn't put much in my hair this morning to like keep it over to the side so you can see my giant forehead. And so it's just like, ugh. And so I just decided, I found my hat down here. I'm like, I'm just wearing my hat, dog. I really wish we could catch these guys, like they counted as encounters, but I can't cheat. It is what it is. It would make it a lot easier. We got a few medium experience candies in there, which is pretty awesome, actually. That's great. So let's see who we can level up here. Again, poison type is what we are going to be up against here. We really don't have a great typing to take it on. Like if we had psychic type or something, that'd be really helpful, but obviously we don't. And so we're gonna just kind of make do with what we've got here. I'm gonna see if this levels you up. It does. Oh, sick. I didn't know you evolved at level 35. That's amazing. All right, sick. Let's go. Guys. He finally evolves. Look at Rillaboom. Come on. That's so sick. I'm very happy to have Rillaboom. Drum beating. Let's see. That's so sick. Accuracy is 100. Dude. Easy. Easy get rid of Razor Leaf. Don't need it. That's so sick. All right. Let's use one here. Evolution Central, baby. Let's go. Come on. This is so sick. We do want to maybe look at movesets in particular for Mamoswine. That could be really helpful. Look at this man. Come on. I'm going to say keep current moves. I don't think we really need double hit. I'd rather have ground stab than anything else. All right. The rest. What do we want to do? So the good thing is if we can get this thing evolved, it will be steel type. Oh, heck yeah. That was a lot of levels, actually. Yeah, this is so much better than Peck. So this is actually huge because a steel type against the poison type could be great. It still didn't evolve, though. That's interesting. Okay. That's totally fine. That's a lot of... Oh, there's a Pokemon here? Oh, hello. I literally did not see you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to just run because bad type matchup. Not really stressed about it. Let's go find some more Tera Raid dens, guys. This is going to be a chill episode, and honestly, I couldn't be more stoked. We're going to go right here. I would love to fly to this spot. We're going to take on this grass den. What level does Corvisquire evolve? I'm very curious to know. Level 38. Oh my gosh, we're so close. All right, sick. I do think that needs to be a priority mon. I would also like to get the Charizard here if we can. And so I do think, again, we're 16 minutes in. I feel like that's the goal, right? We're just gonna get everybody up there. I think that's all we care about today, which is perfect. Honestly, this is excellent. An Oinkalone. Let's go. This should easily get us enough for the Corviknight, which is huge. This is such a like team building episode. My goodness, I'm very stoked about this. So yeah, we should be in really good shape here, guys. This is so sick. We don't even need new encounters. We're just the best anyway, he says optimistically. All right. Let's go. Come on, Charmeleon, you've been great thus far. I do wish you were a bit higher level, but again, we're working on that, so I'm not that stressed. Let's just go for that Fire Fang. Maybe we can get a burn. That did nothing! What? What is your defense? Are you that strong? That was insane. Let's try Ember. Let's see if this does any major difference. This thing is just so physically bulky, it must be. Okay, calm down. I'm just gonna Fire Fang. We're gonna hope for the burn. We do outspeed, so like that's a benefit. No burn. Here's the Hyper Voice. It's gonna knock us out. Dang, this is actually kind of a tough one, guys. We could do like the cheer and get our attack up, I suppose. Maybe that's worth it. I don't know. All right, Charmeleon, let's go. We could go online too and get more people involved, but I kind of highly doubt anybody's gonna care to jump in on an Oinkalone. Maybe I'm wrong. Honestly, what we should have done is gone with Corvisquire. That was kind of silly. This is a grass type. That was really silly. Or Mamoswine, I don't know. Either one. I just like Charmeleon. I don't know. And a burn would be sick, but we're just not getting it. Oh my gosh. Dude, chill out. Why are you so strong? We're not gonna make this one, I don't think. Burn. Holy crap, burn. It has Seed Bomb? What? All right, we might have to run on this one. This was a mistake on my end, unfortunately. Worth noting, guys, deaths in the Tera Raid dens. I know I've mentioned this before, but just as a reminder, if you're just hopping into the series, the deaths in Tera Raid dens do not count as deaths in the actual run. Just to be clear, I want to make that very plain every single time in case, you know, somebody gets the wrong idea. I don't want anybody to think this is a risky move on our part. These are really just farms for us in this version of the game. I'm just gonna run. Sorry. Of course it got frozen just now, but we were about to Fire Fang it. All right. It's fine. All good. All good indeed. So maybe that was a bad den for us. I think we can try it again, but we're gonna have to change up the Pokemon here, of course. I think we just go with you, right? You're just the best. Let's just try it. Let's just see. Whoa, excuse me. Here we go. It's much higher level. Like, I recognize it's still hitting on the physical side, but like, you know, it is what it is. Let's see if we can take this thing down. Couple of little highlights that I wanted to mention, by the way, as we jump into this Tera Raid den again. We actually crossed over 950,000 views as of this weekend, which means we are only 50,000 views away from 1 million views on the channel as of the recording of this video. Now, by the time we, of course, get to it, we'll see how things go. But I am very, very stoked to say we have made some really huge progress in terms of views, that kind of thing. God, that does nothing. What? We have really, really made some progress, guys. And so I just want to give everybody a huge shout out, a huge thank you for making all of this possible. It's absolutely astounding to see all of you guys joining in. I know we've had a handful of new subscribers, been a little slow, but it's really been pretty good in general. And so I just want to say again, massive thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate all the new folks coming in. Of course, all the people who've been here a while. You guys are astounding as well, and like really keeping the community going. We've had a lot of, you know, the same people commenting and sticking around and watching the videos or the series. That's incredible. Truthfully, guys, like to say we've got so many diehard LuckyPorygon community members, I'm not going to say fans, I'm going to say community members, is really cool. And so I want to personally thank every one of you for being a part of this. Obviously, I've mentioned this a couple times, as far ahead as I can possibly get by the end of the year is amazing. But really what that's doing is opening up opportunities for 2025. And I am looking ahead to 2025 to see what we can do to really push forward the channel, open up those collaboration efforts. I've got a few channels in mind that I want to reach out to. And I just want to see what we can do with this community. It's been so fun so far. But for all of that, I want to continue pushing as best I can, because, you know, this is my fun outlet. This is something that I really enjoy doing. I love Pokemon. It's one of my favorite things to just sit down and do, is, you know, sit here and play the game, especially Scarlet and Violet recently. And so to be able to do it in a capacity where you guys get to sit and enjoy it with me is really fun. And so I want to find new ways to explore that. I want to bring other people into the fold if I can and work on some collaborations, because that's an area where I've really just not been able to do a whole lot. And it's usually down to time. Again, if I can get ahead, it becomes a lot easier to try those things. Even if it's on a very small level, right? Even if it's not something that we do all the time, it's just something we shoot for one-off videos on or whatever. All of those are opportunities that I want to look into to try and better the channel and try and learn. I want the opportunity to learn from other people in the space, and I feel like I haven't truly explored that yet. And all of that is truthfully just down to time. And so let's get you evolved. Come on. And so all that to say, guys, there's a lot of opportunity to be had here. I recognize I am just a small Pokemon channel and a wealth of other Pokemon channels. Look at this, Corviknight, such a sick Pokemon. Let's be clear, this is one of the best, like, flying, not starters, but you know what I mean. Such a good one. All right. And Steel Wing, yes, please, let's go. Power Trip is interesting. I'm gonna get rid of Pluck. Anyway, guys, so just a huge thank you for everybody sticking with this and like really being a part of these runs, but then of course also just the channel in general. You guys have really been such a huge support. Look at that, guys, so close. Oh man, we are so close. Can we do this? Charmeleon, let's go. Come on, let's level you up. We're so close. I honestly don't even think we need to like do a Tera Raid. I think we just need, although we could do, oh, Willow is so good. Oh, yes, please. Will-O-Wisp, absolutely, guys. We've got some good TMs. I'm really glad that we're taking a little bit of time to explore because these TMs really are going to make a huge difference for us as we jump into some of the later battles in particular. Since we can't really choose a lot of the team and it's very much just based on whatever we get, having access to some really strong TMs and just good moves in general, that's going to make all the difference once we get to, hopefully, the Pokemon League and obviously these later gym battles as well. All right, here's the deal. There we go. Couple more of these guys and we are going to have a Charizard and, oh, nope, wrong. That was bad. But that's our last evolution for our team, which is pretty crazy that we did all of the evolutions in a single episode. But what that means for us is we've got the best chance possible going into this next Team Starbase. And I do want the best chance possible because, again, our typings are not the best for this matchup. It's poison type. Don't love that. But in particular with Charmeleon leveling up and evolving into Charizard, that's going to give us a little bit more clearance against the Revaroom. Actually, there's 2 Revarooms, I think, in this one. And so that's going to give us a little bit more leeway there, given the Steel type. Obviously, just having some of these other Mons is really helpful as well. Having a true Steel type on the team is also really helpful. Because again, poison type, having that resistance or immunity, I guess it's an immunity, I don't know, is really, really good. So I feel strongly that we can take this down now, but here we go, guys. The last evolution for this episode and indeed the team as a whole. Let's go. Come on. The man himself is here. Charizard is officially here. Air Slash, yes, please. Let's go. I mean, we get rid of Ember all day, right? I didn't even look at the stats. It's fine. That is incredible, guys. That's really, really huge. I'm gonna head back down here. We're gonna heal up. Let's see, we are at about 27 minutes. So we're doing really well on time because we did get everybody within that time. And really, guys, the next thing has got to be that Team Starbase. What I kind of want to do in between episodes, I don't think I want to do it in episode just because it's not super exciting. I will see if I do much of anything. May not be the right time to yet. But I do kind of want to see if we can optimize some move sets while we are at this stage in the game because we are getting a lot of good TMs. We can create some TMs, of course. But all that to say, I think for right now, guys, we are going to save the game and we are going to call it a day with a fresh team. I mean, look at this team. We are well leveled up. We are looking very good to take on this Team Starbase. Again, level 33 is the maximum that we are going to be up against with this base. All of our Pokemon are now above that level. Without this being a hardcore Nuzlocke, we've got a little more leeway there, so just keeping that in mind. But I think we will be in really good shape with this team. I'm really stoked about it, and I can't wait to see how the next episode goes. Guys, thank you so much. It's great to be back recording this series. I do plan to get a few episodes done today, so if you see me in the same shirt, the hat again, it's because I bulk recorded. But I love you guys very much. Thank you again for being here. I will see you in the next episode.